Good evening. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. What is going on, everybody? I see Cuddly Texans in the house. Brian Wilkerson, Auntie Ann, Old Man King Homestead. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Auntie Ann's was backing me up in the chat I saw there. She said, you spelled roof wrong. Rude. Actually, before Auntie Ann told me, I was eating dinner with Grandma Carol, and she says, what's this rude thing? I was like, oh. So I changed it. When I came back over here, I changed it real quick. But thank you, Auntie Ann, for the backup there. Auntie Ann with a loud and clear. She was also backing me up about David's truck. Someone said it was my fault. I think it was David Glunt saying it was my fault. She says, he was watching for his fingers. Fingers are more important than a dent on the truck. That is right. That is very true. Thank you very much, Auntie Ann, for the backup there. Crazy John is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Ron Went. Hello, hello. Renee Griffith, good evening. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. We're going to have a fun one tonight, guys. We got Simple Life Reclaim. Going to be a special guest on RidgeLife. I was talking to Mel, and with everything going on with their roof, she said, Tim, you're going live tomorrow night. She goes, maybe we could say something. I was like, yeah, we'll talk about what the status is of Simple Life Reclaim's roof. When will the video be out? When? Well, we'll find out tonight. Ladybug Lady, hello, hello. Dawn, our flipping farmstead. Good evening. Gene, thanks for coming in, Gene. Mike Birch is in here. Appreciate you so much. Carolyn Messer, hello. Let's see who else we got. And I'm going to pull back up in the chat here. See, Kevin Dietz is in here. What's up, Kevin? Thanks for coming in. David Glunt, of course. Mary Ranch. Well, what up, Sister Mary? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Paul Honeyman is in the house from good old Mary, England. Great country across the pond. Appreciate you very much for coming in there, Sir Paul. Thank you very much. Charlene Grady. Appreciate you coming in. Glenn and Shannon's Salty Life is in here. I did miss It's All Grady tonight. I apologize to It's All Grady. I just got home. I pulled in on the motorcycle, and Grandma Carol cooked me some soup and sandwich real quick, and I got the live all prepped up here and everything. I was on a motorcycle ride, but it wasn't all for pleasure. That's right. It was not all for pleasure. My grandson, Jarrett, Jarett, 1R, he had surgery this week. He's doing fine, but Mama had TCAP testing to administer. She's a teacher, and Daddy works nights. So I went over today to babysit my grandson, Jarrett, who just had surgery. He's 6 months old. He's a little bitty thing. He did fine. He did not sleep. I got him to sleep 2 times. And the first time, his grandma came over on her lunch break to see how he was doing, and he woke up as soon as she came in. The second time I got him to sleep, their little poodle broke out of his kennel and came running by the living room, and I'm like, "What's up, Andy?" And then I woke up Jarrett. So, but he did not cry. He was so good. I changed my first dirty diaper in a bazillion years. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you the last dirty diaper I changed. I fed a bottle. I fed him some green baby food that I would not touch for $1 million because it did not smell edible. He ate it all. He ate the whole jar. Fed him some juice, and we played, and we had a good old time. Good old time. His mama got home with my granddaughter, Adelie, picked her up from school, and I got to do some spelling lessons with her. She had my daughter had these paper clips, and they had letters on them, and my granddaughter had to spell words with the letters on the paper clips, a little teaching aid, and Adelie's really smart, so it was fun. Then I had to jump back on the motorcycle and ride all the way back. I did over 200 miles on the motorcycle today. That's right, 200 miles. We have 113 people in here, probably all wanting to see Simple Life Reclaim. They're going to be in here in just a little bit. We're going to talk about what's the status of their roof. When will it be done? I don't know. Let's see here. Felix from Denmark's in here. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, Felix. Let's see. I'm just going to. Liam Agothigan's in here. Thanks for coming in, Liam. Brian Wilkerson, what's up? Big Wave, Florida. Hello, hello. Terry Smith. How you doing, Terry? Appreciate you coming in. Patrick Cully, Texas, been saying some things about me. That dent on David's truck was not my fault. I'm just telling you right now. The dent on David's truck was not my fault. He went over there. I was filming my rambling. It was supposed to have been a rambling. What are you supposed to have been a RidgeLife video? I was just filming a rambling, and he went over there and just picked up the basket with that one fork, and he goes to throw it in the back of his truck. And I was like, ooh, I better jump up there and make sure he doesn't damage the sidewall of his truck. So I jump up there to kind of hold on to the basket while he backs his fork out so he didn't bust his window out or, any of that kind of stuff. And then I look over and his fork was on the cab of the truck. Okay. I'm going to tell you something right now. I've been in the industry in an industrial environment for over 30 years. When you have we call them spotters. David called them flagmen. Okay. Whichever way you do it, you designate someone to do that. And that is their only role. They're not filming a video. They're not drinking coffee. They're a designated spotter for mobile equipment. Well, I was not a designated spotter. I was not. I just jumped up there to help. And I noticed he broke his truck. He broke his truck. So I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying it wasn't my fault. Because, yeah. And by the way, Kelly Texan, I'm not late. I was right at 7 o'clock. I clicked that button. I was sitting here watching y'all talk about me right there. All right, let me, I'm just going back through the chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody, and then I'll jump back down to the bottom. I know, Auntie Ann, it's backwards. It's backwards. Okay, let me go back down here. We're on StreamYard tonight, so it's a little easier for me to do the chat because it doesn't jump like it does on regular YouTube. Jeannie Lipsky, thanks for coming in, Miss Jeannie. Appreciate you so much. Let's see here. I'm getting down there. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, says Nightbot. Well, thank you, Nightbot. Nightbot's my little software I run in the background. Auntie Ann's favorite bot of all time. She does not like Nightbot. She used to really hate Nightbot. I mean, really hate Nightbot. But now things are okay. I mean, they kind of they're kind of simpatico. They kind of get along just because, they're kind of like the cousin Willie and sister Sue. She's a flaming liberal and he's a right-wing conservative. When they come together for Thanksgiving dinner, you got to set them on the other ends of the table. So we set Auntie Ann over here. She got her job, and then got Nightbot over here. He's got his job. And don't ever let the streams cross. Ooh, it's bad when the Auntie Ann and the Nightbot streams cross because it gets scary. It can get really, really scary. Okay. So yeah, I drove over there over 200 miles today on the motorcycle. It rode great. I pulled it out of the garage, kind of sprayed it off yesterday, got it shined up a little bit. And it is a little lonely on just having me on that big old bike. I got that big backrest on there, so there is an opening on the back of the bike. Maybe one of these days we'll have it filled up. We'll see. You never know. Let's see here. Mel's texting me. Mel says getting ready to be there and very shortly she'll be in here. So all right, let's scroll on down. Not Your Daddy's in the house. What's going on, Not Your Daddy? Appreciate it. I did miss It's All Grady tonight. I do apologize. I just pulled in on the motorcycle and Grandma Carol got some food in my belly. And now I'm here talking to you. 136 people in this live chat tonight. I appreciate every single one of you. Simple Effort Claim will be coming in the background here in just a second, and we'll bring them on to shoot the sheet, as DD5 says. I said sheet, everybody. Listen up. I said sheet. Shoot the sheet. That's a DD5 thing, okay? Be nice. Auntie Emma. Ooh, got two aunties in the house tonight. Auntie Emma. Well, thanks for coming in, Auntie Emma. I do appreciate you. I'm just scrolling down the bottom here, making sure. Ooh, Renee Griffith is a new member of RidgeLife. Check that out. Appreciate you. boom, I'll pop that up right there. Renee Griffith just became a YouTube member. Appreciate y'all. So all the members, if you could put up member emojis, show her what she's got. She'll have a badge, and of course, she'll have all these new emojis. So appreciate you, Renee Griffith, for coming in tonight, being a member. Heather Hopper's in here. Thanks for coming in, Miss Heather. Drops Homestead. Hello, hello. Southern Blessed Homestead. Southern Blessed Homestead, are you going live tonight? Because normally Southern Blessed Homestead goes live right after me, and Sergeant's Talk TV. They go live as well. Appreciate you coming in. Reverend Joe Jacobson, after the roof is done and faster than a dozer video on the ridge. Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, because Mel had an idea. Mel had an idea. This was totally her idea, and I got to see if I can live up to it, okay? Because, you know, Tim, he's always got something. He's always squirreling off doing something, you know. I should be up there putting solar panels on a carport. Instead, I'm watching my sick grandson because he had surgery. Just go figure. Go figure, you know. Tim taking care of responsibilities over his own personal selfish needs. 142 people in here. Appreciate you. So yeah, hopefully the roof video does not take as long as the dozer video, because that will not work with what Mel's got planned. That is folks show. Let's see here. I'm scrolling on down to the bottom just to make sure I don't miss anything, and then we'll just keep up, and then we'll be bringing in Simple Life Reclaiming here very, very quickly. I missed It's All Grady too, said David Glunt. I was making a 3-pound meatloaf. Woo! You know what? I need to make some rabbit meatloaf. I've got some rabbit in the freezer, and I think I can make a rabbit meatloaf. I think I can do it. I definitely know I can make a venison meatloaf. I got a lot of venison burger in there. I could definitely make a venison meatloaf, but maybe a rabbit meatloaf, because I got to get rid of some of that rabbit in there. Reverend Joe Jacobs says, hello, prayers and blessings all from Eastern Iowa. Appreciate that. Well, guys, I don't know if you know this. I retired this year, and I took money out of my 401k to build my house, and taxes came around, and I had to pay in a pretty chunk of change of taxes because that 10% penalty, because I took it out before I retired at 55. This was last year, and I paid my taxes. I paid them. And then they came out saying Tennessee, due to the disaster, all the tornadoes that came through our area, that we had until November to file our taxes. I took money out of my 401k when the stock market had gone lower. Now, I waited a bit till it came up a little bit, and then I took it out. So I didn't really lose, you know. I just didn't make as much as I could have. But yeah. What kind of surgery? He had surgery down below. I'm just going to say he had some surgery down below. His mama didn't say I could say what all was going on with him, but he is doing fine. Prognosis is thumbs up. Okay. Prognosis is thumbs up, but the poor little guy, went through a lot. I'll tell you that right now. He went through a lot. He's 6 months old, went through surgery, and, yeah, it's pretty rough. Ray Castile. Hey, Ridge Life. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm having a great evening. I got to babysit my grandson, my 6-month-old grandson, after having surgery. I got to see my granddaughter. I got to see my daughter. And I actually got some other news today that is off the charts. I can't tell anybody about it because it's not been announced yet. But I do see SLR in the background, which is a good sign. I'm getting a little thumbs up, and yeah, I'm not doing it just yet. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh, we have so much fun with the family, guys. When we were doing SLR's roof, it was really hurry up and wait. You know, we were throwing steel and they were climbing. Mel got up on the peak. She climbed that ladder, and guys, the ladder was not just set up properly, you know, where you extend it over. You know, Gary had all that drip edge stuff he's working on. He didn't want to mess that up, so he had it under the eave. So Mel climbed up over and around the eave on the end of the house where the kicker comes out. Oh my gosh, I could not have done it. I could not. I would never, ever, could not ever. Yeah, scares me to death. But she did it. I saw her. But they'll be in here just a second. Let's see here. Ray Griffith, Auntie Ann, I was a member, but I forgot to change my debit card to the new number. Well, thank you, Renee. I appreciate you getting updated there. Let's see here. Rocker NJ, good evening, good evening. As soon as I get down to the bottom here, I think I got a thumbs up from Mel here. Oh yeah, she's going, yeah. Actually, we got Gary's going to be in this too, not just Mel. So you get the worker himself, Mr. Roof, Mr. Seamless, Mr. Standing Seam, Mr. I Got a Plan. Oh my goodness, that man, he was he was on point, getting everybody where they need to be. And then when a little thing would happen, he would get it done. And then something happened I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to see if he admits it. We'll see here in just a second. I don't want to keep them too long, though. So 1 second. Scrolling on, we've got 164 people in here coming in to see Simple Life Reclaim live on RidgeLife tonight. Mary and Miley's Adventures. Well, hello, Mary and Miley. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you so much. Great job changing a dirty diaper, Tim. I did. And it was a dirty one. It wasn't just wet. It was full. That diaper was full. I'm like, come on, boy, you could have given me a little easier one on the first try. Oh my goodness. I ain't done that in so long. But I tell you, they got some new technology. My daughter had this baby wipe dispenser. It's kind of like those trash cans. When you wave your hand over it, it automatically opens, and it was heated. The baby wipes were heated. Psh, mind blown. So great. I mean, I'm like, oh, I want to put this on my face. It feels so good. Wanda Henry, good evening. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you very, very much. All right. I am almost to the... Oh, Paul's jealous. Well, I appreciate you, Paul. Thank you very much. Hit that like button, says Ron. Thank you very, very much. Dez's crazy life in here. Dez got up in the man basket, guys. Dez got in the man basket. Up high. I didn't even do that. Carolyn says, you never forget how to change a diaper once you have children. I was hoping I could forget. I really was hoping I'd forget. All right, let me see. I'm scrolled. I know I'm missing some chat here, but I want to get SLR in the house before it gets too late. Woo, man, I did miss a lot of chat. So I appreciate all the chat. I just had to skip because SLR is waiting in the background, and I'm going to bring them in right now. Add to stage. Clicky, clicky. What's going on, everybody? Let me get
What's going on, everybody? Go Ridge Life.
Let me see if I can. Oh, I got it just like that. We can see everybody. All right. I can hear them. Can you? I know you can hear me, hopefully, because I talk a lot. I talk loud. So how are you guys doing this evening?
Tired, man. Tired.
Exhausted.
Why are you tired? I mean, you've been like taking it easy for like 9 days now.
Oh, man.
Right? Get a little sun, some vitamin D.
It's been a rough last couple of days. But we got some good news. We'll share with you guys tonight.
Got some big beans to spill. It's been a big day. I'll just say that.
Let's save that just a little bit later, okay?
We got you. Yeah.
I do have a question for you. What would you rather do? Be roofing or changing poopy diapers?
Roofing.
Oh, okay. So Gary says roofing. Mel, where are you at on the poopy diaper and the roofing? Is it about a wash for you?
I mean, considering I've done so many of them in my life, you know, I that's over really quick, you know, like you just little wipe, you know, toss, you know, it's over with, you know. This is like, this is a lot bigger than a little poop in a diaper, man. And I did the cloth diapers with my kids. Believe it or not,
wow.
I know my kids aren't like
so
that.
You washed them and everything.
Or anything, right? But all 3 of them, I did the cloth diapers with them. So I'm just saying, wow. I'll even take the cloth diaper, poopy diaper. It's okay with me.
Okay. One of our viewers, Murr, says the heated baby wipe dispenser has been out for a while. Okay. That's how far away I've been. Heated baby wipes. My daughter has one, and you don't even have to touch the lid. You wave your hand over it, it opens, and the little thing pops up, and they're heated.
That sounds like magic.
It was magic.
Man, that's some bougie right there. That's nice.
Now, when you said that diapers only last a while, but roofing lasts for longer, I thought you meant kids are in diapers, time that's going to take you to finish your roof.
Oh no.
All right, so
I mean, like the actual act of changing the diaper. I mean, really, it's like a minute, not even a full 60 seconds. I can have a butt cleaned and freshed out, and they can be on their way probably 30 seconds for real.
all right, so you also we started on the roof. You actually got started Wednesday, didn't you? I mean, you started
on Monday.
Oh,
last
okay.
Monday.
Okay, so when we showed up and you guys had all that on the north side done, you had started that Monday. Of course, you guys had done the fascia board, a lot of the drip. You guys had done a lot of that. I was watching that, the week before. So you technically, when did the first piece of any metal, go on the roof?
Drip edge, right?
That would be the drip edge. That would be
today's the 15th.
Monday before that Monday. So yeah, it's been some time.
So we started doing it, right? But then we had that 5-day storm that kind of screwed everything all up. So the very first piece of metal was like that Monday. But then I want to say it was like Wednesday that we had that big 5-day storm, and it went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then that Monday immediately after, Gary and we were like, all right, let's hit it. So actually it would have been before that. That Monday would have been when you and Mike did the valley trim.
So if you just exclude the storm time, and just say, hey, let's say that time, a full week before that.
Yeah, we could count a week.
I was told that you guys love this so much that you're going to go into the standing seam roofing business after you get this roof done.
Who told you that, Todd?
Todd told me. Todd was up on that. Todd was on that roof, and he was talking about the safety. He was talking about Mike from DD5. Oh my gosh, And then I think Mike ran over and kicked him off the roof. I think that was that thud we heard over in the side, on day 2.
Mike was being silly though. I tell you what, like I would get flutters being up there. I felt how slick it was. All this pollen, man. I got that cough. I got allergies going on right now. So excuse me if I start dying over here in the middle of this. But Mike is just fearless on the roof, and he's really in his element when he's up there. Like he's running on it, sliding on it, and honestly, like if it was pretty much anybody else, I'd be a little bit more nervous, and I probably should be nervous with how many like drifter down moments and stuff this dude does. But I will say this. Mike loves his wife and he loves his kids, and he's not going to do anything so stupid to where, he's going to get hurt. He feels really comfortable in there. And I know firsthand experience that even with the restraint on, like, yeah, you feel good because it's like it's tugging at you. But dude, you know how many times I've slipped and fallen on that rope? Like what made me fall was that rope.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, it's good because like if it makes you fall, it's going to catch you. But on the other hand, it's not good because that's what's making you fall, So it's kind of a catch-22 type of a thing. But Mike was having a lot of fun up there. Hey, how about that short we put out, right, with our little introductions? Like,
my! Has anybody seen that yet?
I don't know. I think some people have seen it. I haven't checked anything yet. I've been so busy, I haven't checked, to be honest.
So you put that out. You put
an hour after I was like, I'm done.
You put that out as a short
today.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. I've been on the motorcycle watching the grandkid and everything. Oh, sweet.
We've been busy.
Sweet.
But there was one part in that short, right? You know the part when Mike's standing on, his hair's like flowing in the wind. Guys, I was dying, dude. Oh, it was so fun to have a group of friends that'll like put up with your shenanigans and go with your harebrained ideas. I love you guys. You guys are great.
I mean, again, it was a lot of hurry up and wait, but we had the right crew for hurry up and wait because the entertainment value of having Dez and David there all at the same time. We were sitting down below while you four were up top there the second day, right? And we were just having a blast, just waiting to hear Mel say, win, start throwing the steel up. But the first day we threw a lot of steel up.
Yeah. Well, the second day was a lot of that.
The transition piece.
That's what it is. The transition.
And that took a lot longer than we thought.
Listen, so when you're looking at it from the bottom and you're looking at it and you think, oh, that's no big deal. You just put that piece up there. Wrong. Wrong, guys, wrong. So like in between, so the standing seam metal, it's a flat metal and it has these ribs on the side, right? And the rib is what goes over the screws and interlocks everything in together and what keeps it airtight and dry and waterproof and all that. Well, when you're doing the transitional piece, inside, in between each one of those ribs, there's another piece of metal. It's a Z channel that goes in between that, and it has to get butyl taped, and then the Z channel gets down, and then it gets screwed, and then it also gets caulked, and then it has this little lip, and then that across the entire back span of the patio, right? So imagine how big that is and how many channels you're going to have. You got to get it exactly on the line of the chalk line, or else the pieces aren't going to line up, so that way you can lay the next piece of metal going up. And so it's
all hemmed together. So then you hem that into the Z channel. Once that's hemmed into the Z channel, then you can screw it down, and then adding the extra pieces, you got to caulk that and hem that into the Z channel and screw it down.
Yeah.
Once all that is all situated and whatnot, you still have to add the cleat, which also gets double butyl tape and cleated down. Plus, you have to go back around and rivet every 18 inches on center onto the Z channel to actually hold the transitional piece to the Z channel and not have it go anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I will say this, Mel, you know how you look at Gary when he speaks sometimes?
Yeah.
I was looking at you about that same way. You were talking so technical about seamless standing seam. I was like,
You hit
I
it.
learned.
You
Listen,
did.
I
I mean,
learned.
I
can't
mean,
spend
I was
day and
lost.
night 24/7 with this man and have not a little bit of that sponge off into me, okay?
I was
like to
lost
play
before
up like
Gary
I'm
started
dumb and
talking.
I do the squirrel thing, right? I'll just let you guys
Well,
in
you
on a little
actually had
secret.
to do it.
It's kind of me playing it up. Like, yes, I am silly, and yes, you know, that is
But
like
you
ADD
actually-
is like a true thing, whatever. But I'm smarter than I actually will play it up. I
You
do know
also
some
actually
things.
physically did it.
Yes, and I physically do it. And a lot of times, like, and I'm not like Gary 100% deserves all of the flowers, all of the congratulations, all of the amazing positivity that he gets. But like a lot of the time, I'm right there doing it with Gary, and it's always, Gary, you did such a great job. And I'm just like, well, what was I, Casper? Like, I was just Casper this whole time, you know, it's okay. But
Right,
I am learning stuff. What I'm saying is I'm learning stuff.
Well,
so
what I
Yeah,
was saying is that you were doing
anyway.
you did it. You obviously
Yes,
learned
I
it.
did it.
You did it, so you learned it. So.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so I was on the ground, not getting up on that roof. That's whew, yeah. And well, I probably would be okay on the roof, but getting up the roof the way you guys did, going around the eave, yeah, no, I ain't no way I could have done that. And I got Mel on video coming down off of it.
So like that was probably one of my proudest moments of this so far, was because you guys know how scaredy pants I am when I'm up there. And like having those moments of fear where it hits me is 100% real, bro. Like when it hits, it hits. But having my friends up there, having Gary up there, having Mike, having Drew up there, and kind of like them looking at me as I'm climbing this, like, one, I don't want to, and then everybody's down below, you know, so like I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want to let myself down. I really wanted to do it, and I've been working myself up to this for this whole time. Last year, working on the back deck with the patio, doing this mud room, doing all of these things, you know, side by side with Gary. It's been a real I don't know, pushing myself to the limit on all of that. And I knew that going up on that corner right there was going to be really kind of nerve-wracking just because of where it is. But doing it and getting up over on the other side was just such a proud moment for me. Like as a person, I just felt so accomplished just climbing up there. All right. Just getting up that way. It was, and then going down that way too. It was,
Oh yeah.
I know it's probably not that big of a deal, but to me, it was a really big deal.
Well, I did see that you took Gary's advice when you were coming down. You didn't close your eyes.
Well,
you had your well, when I saw you, you had your eyes open and you were looking up as you were coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So putting my leg over the edge, I had my eyes
Oh yeah, I totally understand that. I was like, okay, my foot better land on something solid, right?
Yeah, and I was actually like, I was eye to eye with Mike, and I looked over at Drew, and they were like, you got it, and I'm like, okay. So like they reassured me, right? And then like actually when I was getting ready to do it, I closed my eyes, swung my leg over, did the whole like feely. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got this. And then I just kind of looked straight up and was like looking at them going down the whole time. I was like, okay. But no,
Kelly,
Gary's a champion, man. Like he's been, he is the one that's been up there like so many times. He's the one that's been planning this whole thing, directing me, directing the guys, directing you and David, like planning everything. And the amount of just tediousness and this is where Gary's time to shine really shone through, because all of his planning, all of his meticulous measurements, everything that he had laid out for us is why it was able to go as smoothly as it did. And although we didn't finish while the big family day was, because like you said, it was a lot of hurry up and wait, I still think that it went flawlessly. And there was nothing that could have gone any faster, because certain tasks, they take the amount of time that they take. That's
well, there was one mistake at the very beginning of the first day we were there. Gary showed us, you and I, which pieces of steel had to go up first, right? Of course, the one guy who was not listening walks up, grabs one, and throws it up on the roof. David grabbed the wrong one because he was not listening. And then we had to take it back down, and then you and I had to get the right piece. I got that on video.
You got to throw him right under that bus, dude. Just right under it.
And in filming the video, I had said from the onset that, you know, David's just going to be on the tractor all day, right? So guess what 80% of my video is?
Video on the tractor.
Video of David on a tractor on his phone.
Oh my goodness.
And he looked over. You were right behind him. He looked over and said, Tim, I know what narrative you're trying to write here, that all I did was... Now, I will say, David did more than that. He did throw some steel up there. He went over to Country Road Cures and moved trees, and he did a lot more than that. On my video, all you see him doing is just sitting there while Dez is up there and Mike's up there. I'm throwing steel, and Gary's and Drew, and that's
there
what
was a lot going on. And I'll say this too, like with the videos, sometimes when we do these like family get-togethers, you know, sometimes the videos might be more of like very much the same thing but slightly different perspective. Nah. These videos that are going to come out are all going to be 100% different because there was so much going on. Everybody had kind of like a little station of what they were doing. And although, yes, I guess it's the same thing with a different perspective, they're going to be 100% different videos. And I promise you guys are going to want to watch all of them because there was so much happening, so much moving and shaking. And actually, I was talking with Tim. Tim, can I spill a little beans?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay. So I was talking with Tim. And at first, you know, when I was planning on putting out this video, I was like, I'm going to have everybody wait, you know, because when we do these like event get-togethers, sometimes we'll talk about it. And depending on like whose property or whose event it is, right, then we'll do like put our postings out like and figure all that. Long story short, I want Tim, because of his perspective and just because of how everything went out, I want Tim to post his video like as soon as possible. So Tim's going to be having one of the very first, I mean, David put out one, but his was, I watched it.
Prep.
His was more prep. Tractor work and stuff like that. You really didn't get to see a whole lot of what was going on in the house. Tim's going to be spilling a bit more beans on all of that. So you guys are definitely going to want to see that. And it's going to for sure come out before mine does because I just don't have the time. We're still working on it, guys. So
well, I did start working on mine right after you and I talked. And I got one camera, all of it put in a timeline. So now I just have the other camera and then throw in some drone and get music and stuff. So tomorrow I plan on really hitting that hard, hard. So
you hear that, guys? You guys are going to get drone footage. They've been waiting for that, Tim. They've been waiting. They're sitting there waiting. And I don't blame you guys because what a huge moment it is. Like, seriously, what a huge moment it is. It took us an entire year just to build the mudroom and then the back deck patio. And that whole time, like all last year, everyone was like, when are you going to get a roof on that house? And we're like, when all of the roof structures are built. And it took us so long just to finish building all of the roof structures. And for us to finally be at this point where it's like, okay, all the roof structures are built. And it's time to sheet the darn thing and to have it sheeted. I mean, it's just, it is such a huge moment. And I'm so thankful that all of our really close friends were there to be able to share it with us and to be able to give our time and energy and everything and spend it with us. Like we were talking to Drew, man, like Drew has literally been here with us since the dirt, bro, since the dirt. He was out there, he was helping us with the form boards before we even poured any of the concrete, twist and rebar and stuff. Like it's just been, there have been certain things on this build where we have called in our friends and stuff. And it's just been really beautiful that we've been able to have such a wonderful community, move out here and make such tight friendships where it's just a phone call, a little hooty hoot away. And we are definitely, I mean, it's not because it's a tit for tat, because we don't, it's not really like that.
No.
However, it is really awesome that we are also going to be able to help out a lot of our friends with some really big stuff happening this year. So
absolutely.
I'm
Like Drew, y'all went over to Drew's and got his concrete.
Yep.
Right. Of course, there's DD5. Whenever you just helped him move some block, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, as soon as we're done with all of this metal, they're moving out to their new property, and I feel kind of bad because like Mike's going crazy right now. He's such a good friend, and he's like got so much stuff going on with his own life. He's trying to move off Come On Mountain and go to the new Dreamers Valley and stuff. But he's like, I promise you guys, we're going to see it to the end and finish this roof. I'm like, okay, Mike. And I promise you guys that as soon as we're done with this roof, we're going to move everything you need. So me and Gary are 100% going to work it out. And we're going to be using Biggie and trailers and like whatever we got to do to help them out too. So
now Paul says,
it's not a tit for tat. It's just,
no, it's just, do. I mean, yeah. Paul said, Gary, you dropped something out of your pocket on the ground.
Did he? I don't see anything.
I don't know if Paul just wanted to say made you look or what.
Watch, he's just talking smack. He's just trying to get us to look around.
No,
what is it?
It's my vape juice.
Oh. Sorry, it's our vape juice.
I do lots of comments in here. I do apologize, guys. You know, we're talking back and forth at SLR. Patrick from Kelly Texan said, Mel, it's going to be a while, but your next diaper changes will probably be grandkids.
Actually, I've changed diapers recently. Brittany had a baby. And her son actually will be a year. Can you believe it? He's going to be a year old in June.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
It's like my grandson is 6 months old, and it's like yesterday I went when he was born, and now he's 6 months. You know, I didn't know he could crawl, sit up, and roll over. I put him on the floor under his little mobile thing, and I turned around, I turned my head back. He's like over. I was like, whoa, stop.
He's like
sat up, rolled over, and returned.
So earlier this month, little Eric, he took his first steps. He's a walker now. He's a little waka. It's crazy. Happens so fast.
So I am going to try to get my video out first, like you said. And typically, just so all the viewers know, when we go to someone's location and help out, like with the trusses or Drew's concrete or David's tiny house, they usually get their videos out first, and then the helpers all throw ours in afterward. That's just family etiquette. So it's the way we do things. But because Mel is wants to put a fine product out, in a timely manner for the project. She said, she called me and we talked, and she said, hey, Tim, if yours is ready, I know you only got the 2 days of it, but it'd be a real good intermediate video until our video, and help keep that momentum going, I think. So I think I'm glad I appreciate it so much. Whatever's fine for you is fine for me. And so everyone knows that my video coming out will be kind of take up where David's left off. Yeah. David basically did the prep, and then I take off where he comes and he's lifting the steel up, and we're throwing steel up, and we see the guys up top. We see you. We see Dez in the lift. And then we get a lot of steel up, and then I leave it for you guys to finish it up.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what? I kind of feel like, excuse me. I kind of feel bad for all of the viewers, because everyone's so excited, and I know that I'm going to be taking my time to polish this video out, and we still have, we're so there. I'm so excited, but I'm going to need at least a minimum of 2 days of sitting in front of my computer going through all of this footage. Anthony took incredible drone shots for me the first couple days that everybody was out here. And then, you guys did all the other stuff. So I did some of it too, but Anthony had a camera running. Roxanne had a camera running. I got my camera. And then like who else's camera? I have like 5 cameras to go through, guys. And then on top of it, it's like 9 days worth of footage, and I don't want to have so much video. Like I could easily make like a 3-hour, like with an intermission, like motion picture type thing. It'll be like the Titanic, but I don't want it to go down like that, if you know what I'm saying. I was hoping to do it around like an hour, maybe an hour and a half long, because it is such a long thing. But we'll see how it plans out, and I'm definitely going to premiere it. So one thing too that I wanted to let everybody kind of know is that after our video premieres, I know that Mike and Lissa have been filming a lot too, and Mike has been, besides me and Gary, Mike has been like the most hands-on with the metal with this for us. And Mike has been taking a ton of footage, and they plan to do a premiere as well. So I'm not gonna try to do too long for mine, so that way we can do like a double feature. And they will, I promise you guys, they're gonna be entirely different videos, because again, everybody's kind of doing different things. And when I'm able to get the premiere date and time together, I'm trying to work it out in the background to where Lissa and Mike also have their video ready, so we could do it like a double feature, where it'll be like, hey, we're Mel and Gary's video premiere going, and then immediately after, everyone jumps on over to DD5's video premiere, and we all can just continue this thing rolling and hang out together. And you're gonna see so many things that you didn't see on our video, that you didn't see on Tim's, that you didn't see on David's. No. And it's gonna keep the fun going, guys, and it's a huge project, so I think you guys will like it.
Hey, Mel, the music for your short, was that where'd you get that music from?
Who's the boss?
Okay, so you actually use the copyrighted, so I probably can't play it then tonight, can I?
No, actually, go figure. Like, I didn't get a copyright strike.
Really?
Well, I didn't get a copyright strike. I don't know why, but I didn't. Like, when I did that short, it came up non-copyrighted. So I mean, I don't know. However, for my big video, like when I do the actual video, I am going to change it up a little bit and give it a different vibe. But I just wanted to do this for the giggles. I just wanted to do this for fun. Like,
I'm going to try to play that right now. I'm going to try to play it on this live, and let's see what happens here.
Today is our very big roofing day, and we have the most excellent A-team in the world. So let's introduce our friends and let's get to work.
Can anybody hear that? I hope they can. Can you hear that, Mel?
I can hear it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so cheesy. It's just, like, I remember this one. Hey! And then Dave had to be all boss. Oh my gosh. Oh man, Mel hard at work. Yeah. Uh-oh. And then Gary with this pose at the end. Man, look at this. Look at this. Boom!
Boom.
Today is our very big roofing day.
The cheese was strong. Man. The cheese was strong.
That was awesome. That was amazing. Hopefully the people at home can see that. I hope we'll see.
Yeah, but that was actually the Who's the Boss theme song. Remember that TV show?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Who's the Boss? Tony Danza.
Tony Danza, that's right.
That's right. All right, so I'm gonna try to get my video out. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get. I mean, I don't think I'll get it out tomorrow. If I do, I'll give you a heads up. But it's probably gonna be out Thursday. And of course we'll do a big, promotion of it, and then shifting everybody to yours. Of course, DD5 is going to have one. Everyone's definitely got to, because Mike's perspective is POV. I mean, that's him on the roof doing roof things, Of course, you're going to have the whole gambit. You've got downstairs, upstairs, prep, finish. What I want to see, which will not be on my video, guys, because I'm a little OCD like this. I want to see up close video of the plastic being peeled off.
Oh, that's satisfying.
It's just like peeling the sticker. You gotta peel the, peel the. Yeah. You would just satisfy. You might want to do some ASMR in there too. Little crackle.
I was joking with the guys up on the roof. I don't know if you ever did this, Tim, but definitely like me and like my classmates and stuff in school, this was a very popular thing that we did. We would take our hand and we would take the Elmer's school glue and we would put it in our hand, and then we'd like do this with it until it got nice and tacky, and then we'd wait for it to dry, and then you'd try to peel it off in one big peel. That's what it reminds me of.
My aunt used to do that whenever I was your kid's age. Yeah, that's my aunt used to do that all the time. She'd let the Elmer's glues dry on her hands, and then she would just sit there and peel it off while she's watching Young and the Restless. A long time.
I don't know why we did that. I saw one other kid do it when I was in elementary school. Monkey see, monkey do. I saw one kid it, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. And so then I did. I don't know.
All right, so we are 15. Oh my gosh, time just flies with you guys. Oh my gosh. All right, so you had some beans to spill. What are those beans? Uh-oh, did I lose you?
We're back. We're back.
Okay, you're back. Okay, I said you at the beginning of this. You said you had some beans to spill. Big news. Something has happened. What? It is time. We are 15 minutes left. What has happened?
So today was a big day. We are now strictly on trim and ridge cap. Well, ridge cap is the trim.
Trim. But yeah, now we're strictly on trim. Like literally every piece of metal is up on the building, and now it's strictly just the finishings, which is like above us. There's like that part of the peak of the mudroom. I guess it's a rake, whatever. I think of like raking a yard when he says that, but it's a rake. And then we got the gable ends. So like all the pieces of the house that go like this, right here and over there, we got that to do, and then the ridge caps.
Now,
and that's it, guys. That's it.
Congratulations.
That's
Congratulations. Now, Gary, did you think you would be done sooner than this with everything?
Yes, by a long shot. I did not think it was going to be anywhere close to this long. I definitely thought it was only going to take maybe like 4 days at total. But if you include the prep, if you include all the time before the family, include the family time, and include the time till now, holy moly, it's been over like 3 weeks.
I'd say roughly about 2 weeks. I wouldn't say over. I'd say about. Because you guys only did 2 days of prep with you and Mike. You did 2 days. Right. 2 days of prep. With
I'm getting thrown off because of the 5 days of no rain or whatever. But
yes, I would say about 2 weeks though. But you know what?
Definitely
honestly,
2 weeks,
pat yourself on the back, little dusty soldier off, baby, because this is literally our first time doing it, and of course, it is the most complicated, the most intricate type of metal that we could possibly get. And we've never done it before, and we're DIYing it. And this is something that many people in the field, they have to learn how to do it, and they have to have a lot of expertise before they even attempt to do anything like this. And for you to be able to search it up, read the manuals, do your research, and then basically take it, look at it, and figure it out like that, not only figure it out enough to the point where you understand it, but enough to where you can take our group of friends and, me, your squirrely wife, and explain it enough to where we can grasp a good concept of it and then go and do it. That is pretty amazing, Gary. So you should be very proud of yourself. I know I'm really proud of you and everything, and I couldn't have done it without you. So
I won't be completely in joy until it's all said and done.
Until we have that last piece of trim up.
But the last piece of metal got in today.
Yeah, the last sheet is done.
And
so Gary,
curious one.
Gary, what would you tell somebody who, after hearing you're doing this, decides to put a standing seam roof on themselves? What would you tell them? What would be like the number one tip besides run very fast, run away?
I would actually tell them plan for a lot more days. However, if you take in the account of your lifespan itself with the metal roof and having to replace regular screws and everything else like that, I'm dealing with all of the headache in one go. So I'd rather, as much as it was a pain in the butt, I would recommend to anybody to do it because it really wasn't as hard or anything. Yes, there is a lot of things to it, but if you can read instructions, you can get it done, you know.
Well, that,
So-
and I will say there is quite a bit of geometry. That part stumped me. I will say,
Well, there's a little bit,
but Gary's absolutely right though. Like on traditional metal roof, you have to go in every 10 years or so. The neoprene washers, they wear out, and that's what causes the roofs to leak. So about 10 years, you got to climb up on the roof, you got to take those out, and you got to replace those fasteners. And it's something that you continually have to do. I don't want to do that in my 50s. I don't want to do that in my 60s. I don't want to hire somebody to do it. I want it to be one and done. And I tell you what, it's one and done.
It's not only that, but if you are replacing a screw and every time, that wood is going to get softer and weaker every time you're replacing that screw.
Yep.
So now you might get a leak, and then once you get a leak, now no screw is going to hold. Or with the expanding and contracting with the metal, a lot of times the metal panel is about 3 feet wide by however long, and that 3 feet wide, it expands this way a lot more than people think, as well as that distance that way. So you end up oblogging your hole that you drilled in, and now no matter what washer you put on, it won't protect the leak. So
yeah,
there's a lot to it.
there is a lot to it, but you know, at the end of the day, like we said, like it's a lot of labor up front to get it done. But if you think about the labor that we're saving our future selves, it makes it all, because, you know, 10 years down the road, I mean, in 10 years, I'm still going to be young, right? But I'll be 48 in 10 years. I don't want to get up there and do it at 48. I don't want to do it at 58. I don't want to do it at 68, you know?
Absolutely.
Oh, you just reconnected to my, hold on one second. You reconnected back to my Bluetooth, and now Gary can't hear you. I don't know why it did that. 1 second. Let me disconnect.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
My Bluetooth just picked you back up for some reason.
I thought something was going on. So I've got a friend that has an old barn, and they had to have someone come out and seal the screws. They paid thousands of dollars to have someone address those fasteners. Thousands.
Well, yeah.
That's it. And so you guys don't have to be on this thing for. Gary, you don't plan on going back on this roof again, do you?
No, I don't plan on being up there at all in my lifetime. That will be my kids' problem, or my kids' kids' problem.
Yeah.
Will you have to put your exhausts, like water heaters and bathroom exhausts and all that, or you already have the foundation? Your upstairs bathrooms and you have to penetrate your roof?
So they do make penetration panels that I could put in there and actually get to where I can penetrate, but I'm not going to penetrate through there. I'll penetrate through the gable end and take it through the eave side. So that way I don't have any roof penetrations at all.
Okay. Wow.
See, he's already thought about it. What are we doing?
Well, I do want to apologize to all the viewers tonight. They have been spilling beans and telling us everything. People have been, in here chit chatting. Of course, Paul Honeyman and Patrick been going back and forth about Mel's egress off the building. They like the view, they said. So these guys. Yeah. But I do appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule to come on here. This was actually, I think, Mel's idea. She said, I could even come on your live tomorrow night and talk about it. And I'm like, well, goodness gracious. Thank you very much.
Well, look, like, the thing of it is like, this is mine and Gary's project, but it's become everybody's project at this point. You know what I mean? And I want to share it with you guys. Are so awesome coming out and sharing your guys' time and talents with me. And I know that the audience, the people that are at home watching all these videos, they're waiting, and I don't want to starve them, man. Like, I genuinely feel bad. So I'm like, Tim, can you feed him? Tim, it helps me out, man. It helps
Yep,
me out,
yeah.
and it helps you guys, right? Come on, drop a comment. You guys are happy that he's going to be able to put some stuff out. I know you are.
Oh yeah.
I know I'm happy about it. We're all happy about it.
And I managed to make sure I got the food that Anthony and Roxanne prepared for us for lunch, and of course my spaghetti that I get every single time I come to the 41.36. I get spaghetti every single time. Of course, I've got pozole a couple times. And guys, what those street tacos?
Oh yeah.
Those were like delicious. I mean,
those are legit street tacos.
They were
amazing. We grew up on the
amazing.
West Coast, and we know our tacos. Let me just tell you, we grew up in the Southwest, and out here in the South, I'm not crapping on anybody, all right? But out here, it's all Tex-Mex, so it's a different style of like Mexican food. Where what we grew up with was more like that authentic, you know, Southwestern flavor and the way that they do things. And we grew up around a lot of Hispanic people growing up in California and in Las Vegas. So a very large group of our like friend group, they're Hispanic, like from the other border, you know, and anyway, so we learned how to do it from them, and that's how. So anyway.
So, you think your video will possibly, I'm gonna ask the big question everyone wants to know the answer to, when will we get Melanie's under promise, over perform? That's what someone was saying earlier in the chat tonight. Melanie always under promises and over performs, because you're amazing, you know, at what you do. And Gary's amazing what he does. You're amazing what you do. When will we see SLR's roof video?
Here's what I'm battling with right now, friends. This is the predicament that's going on in Mel's brain. I want it to be an amazing video. I don't want to rush the edit. And here's the situation that we're running into right now. This weekend is Easter. And I know that a lot of you guys probably have plans with your families. I know that we have plans with our family. In fact, Gary and I, we do our Easter. We started on Thursday. So in 2 days from now, we're doing like our Passover meal, and then we're going to have actual Easter on Sunday. And so since a lot of people are going to be busy this weekend doing family things, doing their celebrational things, and, you know, it's not necessarily, some people that are not even religious kind of just do it just because of what it is, right? I don't know if I should do it Saturday, would be like the earliest I think that I would be able to push it, or if I should just wait until Monday. I don't know what I should do. I know that a lot of people probably will say, do it Saturday, because you guys want to see it sooner. And I hear that, but I just don't know if that would be me rushing it, rushing the edit, because we still have to do all of that trim work, which is going to be tomorrow, and tomorrow's Wednesday. And then, like I said, Thursday, we do like our Passover meal type thing. So like,
I'm really hoping I'm going to be done with it tomorrow.
That would realistically give me only Friday and Saturday to edit. That would, because Thursday, I'm not doing any editing because of what we already have planned with our family. So I'm thinking that it's probably going to be Monday, just because of the timing of everything. And I hate to push it off, but what do you guys think? Drop it down. What are they saying, Tim? What do they think?
A lot of people are saying Saturday, but again, that may be a little too soon. And then a lot of others are saying wait till Monday, Mel. I mean, because a lot of people, they go to church, they have big Sunday meals, they do Easter eggs. Then they have, you know, a lot of people go to, you know, evening service on Easter. So, and of course, you'll want to premiere it, right? You're going to premiere it.
Yes.
You're going to do a big premiere. So what time on a Monday would be a good premiere? Because again, Monday people work a lot of times. So, and David goes live at 6.
Yeah.
So I would think Monday.
I don't know. I might have to do it maybe I don't know. I'd have to talk to David too. So that way I'm not running over on David, because I would want to talk with Mike and Lissa, like I said earlier, and I would really like to try to plan it to where it's a double feature, where we're going to do our premiere, and then right after Mike and Lissa do theirs. In that situation, we would probably do ours maybe at 5, and then maybe Mike and Lissa can do theirs at 6, so it's not too late. But then that's kind of like,
and then maybe David can do his live
time. I'm sure he'll be flexible, but man, I've been asking a lot of my brother lately.
Well,
bring your Uber, fix my road, do this for me, do that for me. And
David's
asked me, he would, but like, you know.
Yeah. David's asked me to swap lives many times, and so maybe him and DD5 can swap lives, so DD5 can premiere right after you. So you do it at 6 or 5
on Wednesday, right?
Yeah. So David could go live on Wednesday, and then you could premiere. You know, you guys could have 5 and 6, 6 and 7, whatever that is. You know. So
to be honest with you, I'm thinking that Monday is probably going to be the better day for me to actually be able to get that the whole family live out, or the whole premiere out, because of the amount of work that I know it's going to take me. I know it's going to take a long time to edit it, and I don't want to rush it. I want to be able to take my time with it. And just because it's a holiday weekend, you know, otherwise I'd say, oh, maybe Sunday, but Sunday is Easter and I'd like to keep it reverent too, you know, just because. But if Monday would work out with David and it would work out with all y'all, I guess tentatively plan for that. But between now and then, I am going to get out a video. I'm hoping to do it. Today is Tuesday. I'm hoping to do it on Thursday, so I would edit it tomorrow. And it's going to be the work that Gary and I got done before everybody came for the big family day. So you will see metal coming up on our building in that video of just me and Gary getting on it. And it's going to be this whole front part of the cabin of us just struggle life reclaiming it out and trying to get this metal up here before all of our friends came in, and we all got the rest of it done. So there'll be like one video of those 2 days, and then after that, then it's going to be like the week's worth of footage, wrapping it all up with a nice bow. So that's what I'm planning on.
Everybody's saying you should take my live next Tuesday and do it at Tuesday at 7. So
I mean,
if you need to, I am. It's all yours. It's all yours. So
well, I will know for sure when, right? I'll know if it's gonna be, if I'm gonna be able to do it Monday, or if I'm gonna have to push it to Tuesday or whatever. I will know when by Saturday. I'll be able to tell you for sure. Like, I'll be able to get with David, talk with David. I'll be able to get with you, and also too Mike and Lissa, right? Because the way that I'm trying to like plot it in my mind is for all of everyone to have like this amazing double feature. That's really what I want. And so I have to talk with them too.
I personally think that you should hold it off for, I know that people don't want to hear it.
Gary's like, never show it.
No, I'm saying hold it off, not for this Friday, but next Friday. But that's just because you have the metal that has to go up right here and all the other things, right? But
I know, we're just
you have to edit it, and there's a lot of time, and I'm like, you're already putting yourself in a short box right there.
That's why I'm kind of like, the sooner, almost the better.
I know, the sooner the better.
We're gonna start getting so busy too with like all of our friends. Like, we got people moving around. We got lots of stuff going on right now. When I tell you that this year is a tremendously huge year for everybody in our group, dude, it is. I'm not lying. I ain't gonna lie, like we always say, right? I'm telling you the truth, friends. I'm telling you the truth. There's so much big stuff going on. Des has got a lot of big moving and shaking going on her property just right down the road from us. Mike and Lissa are moving. David's got a bunch of stuff going on. You got a bunch of stuff going on. Country Road Cure's got a bunch of stuff going on. Same thing with Drew's Lens. I mean, like, just to name a few. So I don't know.
Well, it is 8:02 p.m. Sergeant Talk TV is live right now. I believe Southern Blessed Homestead, maybe Leonard Mountain Homestead is also live. So make sure you guys go check them out, and make sure you check out Simple Life Reclaim sometime within the next, now till my dozer video comes out.
I'll let you guys know. Listen, I promise that when I will upload it, and I will give you guys plenty of notice, it will be online, and you will be able to say, notify me for the premiere, and it will probably be like at least a 24-hour, 18-hour notification. You'll know, hey. But I would say I'm leaning right now, as I sit here, I'm leaning more towards that Monday. That's what I'm leaning more towards, but I don't know. And
I will probably premiere mine Thursday. Probably Sweet. Thursday, late afternoon. I'll figure out, I don't interfere with anybody else's live like I am now. I'm interfering with three people's lives right now, but it's so fun to have SLR.
That's just because guys, stop talking.
I love you guys. I appreciate y'all so much for your hospitality, allowing me to take place in the truss raising, the roof raising. Just every other time. I think I've been to your place like 10 times now. And it's just every time it's just an amazing change, but it's always 100% love and hospitality and just good fellowship. I love every second. I can't believe I met someone from Arizona, New Mexico, California, Texas, Florida, and now we're all just one big happy family. It's just craziness.
Amazing.
It's just crazy. But I love it, and I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a thing. We everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And we're going to continue moving on with my build, with your build, with David's build, you know, Drew's, country, just so much going on. You guys better not miss a single minute of it, because it is amazing content. And we're going to have some great videos for you over the next week. So be looking for DD5s, mine, Drew, Dez, Drew.
Drew didn't record anything. Drew just came to be a monkey, which I was like, bro, he didn't want.
Well, there you go.
Like, nope, I'm here to put me to work. I'm like, all right, Drew.
I got Drew in my video.
Should go over and show him some loving though, because Drew's really great people. One of our nearest and dearest friends, and he's got some amazing videos. He won't have videos on this particular project, but he has a lot of really great videos, and you don't want to miss out Drew's lens.
Well, I love you guys. So until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Stay with me. Stay with SLR and
go RidgeLife.
Go RidgeLife.